remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. Good enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I've cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I've cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights. said I was.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast on this Wednesday, man. Y'all smash that like button. Sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls. Y'all know we got Music Monday, but this is Sold Out, man. Of course, you know, we continue the sneaker talk. So pretty much also sign up for that Sold Out Discord. The link should be pinned at the top of the comment section. And it is free to sign up. Or, of course, you know, we continue the sneaker talk. We got a food section, a sports section, a music section, and you name it, right? Pretty much if I don't get the content out in time, you guys know most likely it's probably already being talked about already in the Discord, right? Okay. So pretty much, man, we got an update on the Coolkicks situation. Whole live is a legend on an opinionated base. I'm just going to go what's already been put out there. I don't know what's true. I don't know what's not. I'm not going to spend the whole live on the Coolkicks situation. I'll probably talk about it for like the last part of the live, since I feel like there's going to be a lot of details and a lot of bit of recap. And probably it'll take me a minute to get through all that. So I'm going to say roughly around the 30-minute mark, I'll pretty much, you know, get started up on that. And we also have pretty much StockX counterfeiting efforts, right? So look like StockX hires former Chanel and Lululemon exec to lead anti-counterfeiting efforts. So keep in mind, you know, the whole Nike them situation, to the best of my knowledge, has been settled. Even though technically I know StockX them lost that one where they were accused of selling fakes, that whole situation, to the best of my knowledge. But anyway, we're going to be starting with StockX because we haven't had no update since, I want to say what? Since Brandon Dunn, that used to work at Complex, went over to StockX. I'm very curious what he's, you know, we did find out what he's doing, but I'm very curious to get like an update how he likes it working over there versus like at Complex, man. Brandon Dunn always seemed like the guy that was just down to earth and just very chill. So, but we'll start with the StockX story first. Let's see what we got in the building and the chat, and we'll get this party started. Y'all smash that like button as y'all commenting out. And of course, y'all let me know if audio and visual is looking good, because everything is looking good on my end. I know it'll be like a slight delay, but I think we should be, you know, cooking with a little bit of elbow grease tonight. So let's see what we got in the building real quick. Looks like we have Manny with the kick, says, yerp. What up, Manny's? What up, homie? What up? We got Slayer in the building, says, what's up, Sneaker Squad 100? What up, Slayer? Y'all smash that like button as y'all come in and out. Manny with the kick says, he was copping $200 kicks for $20 and swore he didn't know they were stolen. Yeah, right. We're gonna get there. Again, with that whole situation, if I'm gonna keep it 100, and obviously I know you're referring to the Coolkicks situation, Manny. If I had to guess, right, I would think that, you know, there was more than just him arrested, like the quote unquote co-founder or what have you, right? It was deeper than him. You know, it was, like, I want to say, look, a few other people got arrested too. And I have seen the stuff that's flown around online where, you know, the back and forth about people saying certain things and one person only coming at one person. Like, dog, if you got, he's obviously out on bail. This is my thing. If I was you, because you're going to continue business as operational, like it's normal, like nothing happened. Because his statement that he put out there, as we covered on Saturday, is pretty much was like, yo, they ain't say nothing about fake, though. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean he ain't had no fakes come through, allegedly, or what have you, you know, more than the norm. But they wanted to keep their name clear. But I feel like it's going to be obviously more to the story, which ironically, they're saying like those $500 K and stolen like Nike cargo crates that were stolen, which we covered that story, I want to say, what, sometime like earlier this year, and now he's being linked to that. That means there's more people talking, and that, because in that crate situation, that $500 crate situation, if I had to guess, that person's talking. Because obviously, how do they know to get right there at that perfect timing and everything? You know what I'm saying? There was obviously a new guy. I'll get on that later. I got so many thoughts on that one for sure. But we're going to start with the StockX situation and go from there. Let me share my screen here. Give me like a few seconds just to adjust things, and then we'll get the party started, because I do want to talk this Coolkicks situation, but I'm going to say that for like towards the 30-minute mark. Y'all, don't forget to smash that like button as y'all coming in and out, man. And we're going to start with the StockX situation. Let's share my screen here. Boom. You guys should be seeing my screen right here. It says StockX hires former Chanel and Lululemon exec to lead anti-counterfeiting efforts. So again, they're obviously still trying to bat this because I'm assuming, even though maybe them and Nike have settled out of court or what have you, Nike, StockX them is still on a bounce back. And if you think about this too, it ain't all StockX, because a lot of people still, whether they want to admit it or not, use StockX. If you don't buy off of there, you at least use it to see what the market is for. StockX has a great marketing scheme. They just got to make sure they cross their T's and dot their I's. So if I had to guess, this is where they're bringing in this counterfeiting effort, right? They're trying to find a better way. This is my thing too. This former Chanel and Lululemon exec, does she know streetwear? Does she know sneakers? What can she bring to the table to make sure that we get the least amount of counterfeits next time? You know what I'm saying? Where nobody don't get any fakes at all, if possible, where you can go back, guarantee that 100% authentic. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to read through the article, probably go over a background real quick, because this was just published October 6th, which was what, 2 days ago? I want to say, because yesterday was the 7th, and yeah, so Monday, right? Pilar Toro has been appointed as Director of Brand Integrity, right? Okay. Now, for the people who don't know what integrity is, which is pretty much they keep something in its authentic form, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And I'll look up the exact definition, but it means to, like, pretty much you're saying you're honest, truthful, this, that, and the third, right? So let me put myself on the main screen. I just want to get a very better definition. I have an understanding of what it is, but obviously, as you guys can see, it's like, yeah. Yeah, I definitely did not just spit out the verbatim direct definition. But let's see what we got on Google right quick. Let's go on Google this joint. Integrity, it's got to have the meaning up here a little bit. And I'll just go off the pure definition because there's two of them here. Let me share my screen again. Let's see. Boom, right here. So this is integrity, right? Okay. It says the quality of being honest and having a strong moral principles, moral uprightness. He is known as a man of integrity, right? Okay. So it still doesn't scream the word. It's pushing a cleaner word to say everything is authentic, but it's still kind of one of those, like, it gives them an out, right? Putting her in that position, because if you think about it, right? It's saying, hey, we not trying to sell you no fakes, but if something happens, you know, you got to understand we wasn't trying to. It's the nicest way to put it. Look at it. Integrity is the quality of being honest, consistent, and adhering to a strong moral and ethical principles, even though no one is watching. So pretty much they're saying they're going to do right by their customer. Now, I will say this. What this does scream to me, it doesn't make me think back to, you can't say it no cleaner than 100% authentic, right? In my opinion. So if you're not going to use the word authentic, 100% authentic anymore, and you're going to replace it with stuff like brand integrity, like making sure you do the right thing, it's close as you can get with, like, without officially changing the name, right? So, I mean, that's just my thing. So, again, I'm not knocking them for this, because, I mean, you got to do something. And this is probably why she's in the position that she's in, and probably why she's going to get that title, right? Okay, so obviously she's already got the role. So I just want to make sure that we see exactly what it kind of consists of. So let me just go through this article real quick. You guys should be seeing my screen already. And then obviously, you know, I can't wait to do the update on the Coolkicks situation. It says StockX has appointed a Pilar Toro as Director of Brand Integrity. It says to further its efforts against counterfeiting, StockX has appointed a Director of Brand Integrity, right? Again, it's the nicest way of saying, it's like saying we're doing our best to be 100% authentic, but we can't guarantee it. You know what I mean? Where we got real quick, Manny with a Kick says, Scam Max straight basura. So I think that's trash in Spanish, right? If I'm not mistaken. Slayer says, and Manny with a Kick, speaking facts. I mean, I'll say this. Let me ask you guys this. When it comes to the sneaker world, if you get caught selling fakes, or you get exposed for selling fakes or doing something that's, let's just use their word, right? We'll run it back. Not holding up to a true brand integrity, do you deserve a second chance to make it right? Right? That's part of that customer service. If you think about it, StockX has truly come a long way. right? Remember when there used to be no refunds whatsoever? Now they have a refund policy. I think you can return an item within what, like 11, 12, 14, 15 days. Don't quote me on that. Again, they've come a long way. But at this point, you're also probably thinking like, well, they only did that because of, what they've been through. You know what I mean? I see you, man. He says, hell no. This is my thing, dog. Nobody's perfect. Now, I've purchased one item off of StockX, and that's it. And that was way back in their hey booming days, and I feel like there was less fakes back then, but it got better and better over time, as you can see. I've seen videos where people post like the first batch, the second batch, to like, hey, if you get that third batch, it's hard as hell to tell, you know? But thank God in today's times that we're in, because while it is kind of rough in general, and with the sneaker market being down, you really can take your time and make sure you get your pair that you're looking for from a legitimate place. In 2020 and 2021, those days were a no-go, And 2022 got better, but you had to put back in that footwork, It says, to further its efforts against counterfeiting, StockX has appointed a director of brand integrity. Pilar Toros steps into the role with a long background in brand protection, previously holding roles at Chanel, Lululemon, Burberry, Red Wing, and Tiffany & Co. Over the course of more than 20 years. She's implemented brand integrity programs, expanded partnerships with law enforcement, and employed new technologies for authentication. So she's worked with big brands before, but see, this thing is, right? And I hate to compare apples and oranges because I feel like that's kind of what her role just kind of described, right? They look at the stuff they said that she's got worked in, like, Chanel, Lululemon, Burberry, Red Wing, Tiffany & Co. This is my thing. The reason I feel like having brand integrity over there versus like doing it for like multiple sneakers that are a hot item that people really, really want. Think about this. I know there's fakes made with the brands that she's worked with, right? Like Tiffany & Co. I know there's a fake Chanel. I know there's probably fake Lululemon, Red Wing, and Burberry. However, those get made a lot, but honestly, you can tell real quickly too. They haven't perfected those on the level that they've perfected sneakers. So I feel like that's where it's gonna be. Can she truly find a way to keep this in its truest form, and where we ain't gotta worry about it and be more comfortable coming back to shop at StockX? Because let's just keep it 100. They do have a lot of the better deals. However, what messes me up with StockX with that is those fees, you don't see the extra fees and all that you're about to see, because they try rewording stuff too, but you also gonna pay way more than what it says on that, like what they're going for now type of price. You know what I'm saying? All these little hidden fees that they didn't used to have back in the day, and I'm assuming because they didn't need it. You know what I mean? Long Beach Show Jess in the building says salutes and respect to Polo in the chat. What up, Long Beach? What up? Y'all smash that like button as y'all coming out, dog. Let's see. Man of the Kick says, several years too late, Polo, for me. Shout out to eBay and GOAT. Look, man, these guys could easily be folding on the totem block too. StockX, them just think about if StockX would have probably not did that whole NFT BS, Nike them probably would have left them alone. You know what I'm saying? So they had to spank them, real quick. I think it's going to be hard for them to bounce back, but I do feel like they are building a tremendous team over there. Having Brandon Dunn, which I'm still very curious what motivated him to go over there. I know the pay got to be, I would hope is better, Let's see. Menor Kick says, Slayer and Joe Jets salutes with the shaking hands and strong arm. Slayer says, I'd rather take a chance at Ross. Wow. Y'all boys ain't gonna let me sell y'all on that joint then. Okay. Let me read the quote from this article real quick. It says, I'm thrilled to be joining a company that through innovation is leading the way for an expanded view of brand protection in its category, Toro said in a press release. I greatly admire StockX's unwavering commitment to customer trust, and I look forward to helping the team further expand on its works in product verification, anti-counterfeiting, and consumer protection. or customer protection. So she's gonna make this better where you can get, she's supposed to bring the trust back in StockX. Sounds like she's got a big, according to you guys, the way y'all are reacting, I'm assuming she got a big task on her hands, right? Toro's responsibility will supersede those of StockX former head of brand protection. Pillar brings deep industry expertise and fresh perspectives that will help StockX continue to enhance efforts to combat counterfeiting, safeguard customers, and work collaboratively with brands to fight bad actors, said StockX Chief Executive Officer Greg Schwartz. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. As a marketplace founder on the principle of trust and transparency, we are proud of our role StockX has played in setting standards across the resale industry. Did they set the standard, or did that standard get slowly debunked? You know, keep in mind the physical stores that are still open. If you're trying to do that buy, say, trade, which you know how it goes if you try to do it in person. Even if you got a hot item, they trying to low you as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? I've been there, done that too, and didn't fall for it. You know what I mean? I couldn't do it. It says, let's see where we are. And it says, and a company committed to doing everything it can to ensure safety and confidence for its community. So looks like they're trying to get back on the sneaker community side. But I think my biggest thing, when the main person who started StockX actually stepped down and left, I think it wasn't his name like Josh or something like that. Let me put myself on the main screen. I gotta look this up real quick. When he left, I think that brand kind of left with it. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, StockX founder, right? Because he really did. I think he really was a sneakerhead, and then he kind of I think once he saw how things was going and not looking too good, I think ultimately homie had backed down off the joint. Like Josh Luber, there we go, Luber. Yeah, this is the guy that started it. You can look at it as more than one, but he's one of the well-known ones. I'll say this right here. Josh Weber, and I'll share my screen on this so you guys know who I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure you guys remember this guy right here. Boom. Josh Luber, if I'm not mistaken. This is the guy who started StockX with obviously a lot of investors, but rumors is he really was a sneakerhead, but I think he's not there anymore. Don't quote me on that. So he's based out of Philly. So yeah. And yeah. So I mean, I feel like he doesn't, you notice he keeps quiet, he doesn't say anything, he doesn't, people don't bring him up. It's almost kind of one of those if you know type of situations, you know what I'm saying? Let me get back to this. It says, in a report released in June, StockX said it had rejected nearly $10 million worth of counterfeit sneakers in 2024. The 19-page document included details of the steps StockX takes to authenticate products, bolstered by the 2024 opening of the Detroit Innovation, in which cutting-edge technologies are tested. Does StockX them need a physical storefront? Would that make them better? Would people want to go shop at StockX like a physical storefront? Or can they just keep everything as like them? StockX literally is trying to just be a super successful middleman. You know what I mean? Ship the stuff to us, let us sell it. All you got to do is make sure it's real. We're going to double check it, and both parties win. It says, counterfeit sneakers, along with NFTs displaying the shoes, were at the center of the lawsuit filed by Nike against StockX in 2022. The two parties reached a confidential settlement, which is confidentiality. Like pretty much, we're not going to get the details, but we do know that there hasn't been a deal's been reached in August after the U.S. District Judge determined in March that StockX was liable for selling 37 pairs of fake sneakers. Nike's remaining claim would have been brought to a jury in the trial scheduled to begin this month. Again, trial by jury is expensive for the people who don't know, right? Point blank period, right? Anybody who talk like I'll take you to trial, like case in point, off mode, but on mode. Puffy trial by jury is the most expensive. Like attorneys don't take nothing. And I'm assuming with Nike them having the bag, this is probably not even a starter price. But I'm saying like the average Joe Smo, nobody knows of. You keep a low profile. Nobody knows you. Don't make national news. If you do a trial by jury, even then, you're still looking at $100K minimum. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be way more than that. But I would imagine if Nike them looking like, okay, cool, we can make a settlement here where they stop doing this shit, and that's all we kind of want. Give us a little bit of here, and y'all good, and then y'all continue to sell our product. We don't give a damn. We can't stop you. You know what I mean? So, I mean, unless they shut them down. But, yeah, I can see how the deal could have been structured. Now, I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? And it says Toro's most recent position saw her looking into the research and education needs for brands protection at the Assistant Director of Industry Outreach at the Michigan State University ACAPP Center. So pretty much, yeah, she's definitely got the background, but I mean, how will she do in the world of like streetwear and sneakers? And I say that again because I remember when I started this article, I was saying it then. Does she has what it takes? You're comparing apples to oranges to the brands that she's worked with before. Let's just keep it 100, right? What I'm trying to say is probably legit checking and authenticating, like, I don't know, let's say Burberry or like, or what have you, is probably much more easier to legit check a real Burberry joint and verify a fake one versus like today's sneakers where, say, like the Travises that we're anticipating, everybody wants them. There's going to be fakes floating around and they're going to try to get them as close as possible. What can she do and bring to the table to stop that? Not saying she can't stop it because people are going to always try it, but what are they going to do to prevent it as much as they can? Slow it down. Make sure less and less fakes get through the cracks. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that. I like the buyer's promise, but I still want that, like, man, I got these from StockX. I ain't tripping. Because think about it. Y'all already said y'all trust GOAT. Y'all trust eBay. But eBay kind of puts it all on you, too, to make sure you do your due diligence by looking at what you're actually going to be purchasing. Right? That's why I feel like they win at every time. You know what I mean? But let's go and transition to the update on this Coolkicks story. Interesting, man. So it's not looking good for the home team. I have seen some of those guys come out and speak on it. I'm going to start here. This is the most updated one, October 6th. This originally was published October 3rd. So we got an update on this joint. So obviously we know Coolkicks founder Adele Shames arrested after $500,000 of stolen Nike seized by LAPD. Now, I saw your comment earlier, Manny, where you're saying, like, how the hell did he not know? Again, I'm going to say this. More and more people, I'm assuming if he's tied to these $500 like worthers that was stolen from those crates allegedly, again, whole live is alleged in the opinion base. I don't know. Hell, for all we know, homie probably didn't know. But I'll say this. I'm no genius, right? But if I had to guess, I would think that whoever those people, some of those, not everybody got caught from the crate joints, right? But if I had to guess, they probably sat down with these guys. Because think about it, I don't think these guys have went to trial, and they probably got a deal on the table. They're like, look, cool, we know y'all wasn't just breaking into these crates for Nikes and stuff just to have 100 pairs to yourself. What are you going to do with them? You know what I'm saying? And then they're like, this is my thing. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And I remember, too, when I was doing that story about the crates, I was like, yo, I'm very curious which resale store, because think about it, it had to be, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I was thinking these guys at the time, but I'm like, which store is this stuff going to? Because if you think about most resale stores, and this is all of them in general, they don't like to reveal where they got the shit from. In this case, I would see why not. But now you got this on your hand. So that means, to be honest, if I had to guess, those guys from the crates that got caught up, they're singing like birds in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it 100. And they were like, all right, cool. If it's true, they like, all right, cool. And if you think about it, in his eyes, it's like they hired a new guy on the team, because I think from what he's saying, he only known the guy for 2 days, right? If that's true, then that's a new guy that should have been suspect. Because, I mean, like, you got to think about this. Everybody that's involved in that situation know they could be looking at some time and or fines, right? If I'm not mistaken, this is a felony. And it varies from state to state. I know in my state, and it could have changed, anything over $200, if you steal anything over $200 that's not yours, like if you go to a store, we'll use that for an example. if you pull up to one of the stores here and you steal over $200 worth of product and or what have you, that is considered you can be charged as a felony. That's not a misdemeanor anymore. Now, anything under that, you can probably get it knocked down to a misdemeanor. But I would assume he in Cali, 500K. Yeah, something tells me that screams felony. You know, I'm no genius, right? Let's go off the quick facts real quick, and then we'll see what we got updated on the story. Again, I will say this. I'll speak for myself. I'm personally not surprised at all. You know what I mean? And we went down a rabbit hole of many times this store has had the bad luck. And keep in mind, they originated from over here, you know? But I'm also a firm believer in this. What's done in the dark will eventually come to light. You know what I mean? But it says quick facts. It says Coolkicks founder Adil Shams was arrested on October 2nd. Right? Okay. So we kind of I woke up to that, and that kind of threw us all off. But again, was not surprised. I want to throw that out there. Long Beach Joe Jess says, talk Polo. This situation is so wild. The feds are going to get everyone. Oh, they already got them. You know what I'm saying? If I had to guess too, dog, how you think they knew at the perfect time when this was going down, when to catch them like that, and all them people. Homie was on live. He didn't know, but he knew what was going on in the back. He had product coming, but he was also in grind mode, you know? Those guys that are all involved, I'll put it this way. What I've noticed, if history repeats itself, once you got 1 or 2 people talking and taking deals, the rest of you guys are most likely going to have to end up taking deals. You know what I mean? Because pretty much you're going to have so much, depending on the level of evidence they got on you. You know what I'm saying? He's saying he didn't know, right? That's what he's saying. Let's see. Slayer says cringe kicks. Long Beach Joe Jess says, they are singing like a bird. I'm telling you, they got to. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing about it is, like, especially if they're facing where the maximum is X amount of years, dog. You know what I'm saying? Probably double digits. So you probably won't get that. But at the same time, it's like, do you want to gamble that? You know? Mental Kick says, Chatty Patty most definitely stolen kicks hashtag. I mean, this is my thing, dog. There's probably, I told you guys it would be more to this story. I told you that on Saturday. I guarantee there's going to be even more to this story. He's out on bail because I don't think, he's not involved in a quote unquote serious crime, but I mean, it's still theft, So I'm pretty sure with a good attorney, he's going to have to spend some bread. You know what I mean? And if it's worth that much, they think you got that much, he's probably going to have to be paying the attorney that much, or the attorney eventually is going to set themselves up for success. So at one point, however they get the money, they're going to make sure they, get the bag. Shams was booked on a felony charge by the LAPD, Bunko and Forgery Division. They're still probably doing their investigations, by the way, if I had to guess. So that don't mean that we can't say that. I mean, I'm assuming they're all real sneakers, but I wouldn't be surprised if we got the word forgery in there, which means, another way, if I'm not mistaken, kind of suspect. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's more information coming with this story. I feel like it's still on developing. You know what I'm saying? It says the LAPD stated they recovered over $500,000 worth of stolen Nike sneakers from the store. Another thing I thought about too, what if Nike decides to take action and sue these guys? You know what I'm saying? You want to have back-to-back because Nike can go after them civilly if they know their product was stolen. They got this right here. That's an easy win, I'm not saying they would do that or they care, but I'm like, think about this. It's $500K worth of our stuff. Nike them stuff is insured, but it's like, all right, cool, we got this. Who's to say the insurance wouldn't want their bread back? A lot of different angles. You got to see where this is coming from. It says, with the economics of the sneaker resale game shifting entirely recently, we've seen storefronts go under for not paying bills, falling behind on payments to consignors, or getting caught up in legal cases regarding counterfeit products. Next up in the long list of stores making the headlines and negative reasons is Coolkicks LA as a store's warehouse raided by the LAPD. So again, I think I kind of read this one a little bit, but we're going to keep it going real quick. It says, Coolkicks was founded by Adele Shams and his friends in 2014 in Richmond, Virginia. This is just a little backstory, which we kind of know that. where Shams was attending a Virginia Commonwealth University. The business grew at Coolkicks. I think we kind of covered this one. I want to see, can we find the updated part of this joint? We seen that. So I think this is the actual updated part. I want to make sure I go this, and I do got another article, so I'm going to hit all angles because I think this is the last part. That's a statement that he left. I don't want to read the exact same joint, but I'm trying to see how I make sure I get to the right updated one, which I think is this. It says, that's all we know at this point, but Shams is booking records, so we're going to go back up a little bit. Where we at real quick, make sure we're good. Let's see. The last night, Adele abruptly ends the live stream. Hearing that, read that part. He says, Soul Retriever reviewed the booking records. Here we go right here. This is probably where we need to be for this one right here for Soul Retriever. It says, Soul Retriever reviewed booking records for the LAPD and found that Adele Shams was arrested on October 2nd at 4:45 p.m. and was booked on felony charges around 2 hours later at 6:32 p.m. The arresting agency was LAPD Bronco and Forgery, which handles crimes involving fraud, financial crimes, and the sale of counterfeit items. He was released at midnight. So the thing is, while they have made a statement and said that they're not selling fakes, but at the same time, you got to realize that that's still an ongoing investigation. Meaning, right, whole live is a legend in the opinion database. Don't be surprised if we hear them being accused of selling counterfeit items. You know, even if it's not just sneakers, what if they go and raid the rest of the fucking store? I know the store's still open right now, but who's to say they won't get in a warrant and just check out the whole damn thing? You know, that was the warehouse joint. What if that finds something extra suspicious where we can get the judge to give us a warrant to investigate all the rest of the shit, and they'll just pull up. You know what I'm saying? But right now, I think StockX, no, not StockX, but I think Coolkicks is still open. Let's see. Some of the online Reddit forums and across X have alleged that the items received from Coolkicks on their Whatnot streams were not authentic, though, again, there are just claims from people online that has not been proven. Hours after the story broke, Coolkicks made a statement via their Instagram, which I'm not going to read that part, and this is where we're going to pick up on this joint too. My thing is this. I feel like they shouldn't even release a statement. They're going to keep the stores open, this and the third, but I feel like they probably wasn't going to be able to ignore it. Because they know, look, I'm going to put it this way. Not to pick on anybody for making content, because I ain't tripping, because obviously I'm speaking on it too. But how many sneaker YouTubers that hasn't made consistent content in a while started speaking out? Like, everybody started covering this story. You know what I'm saying? At one point, Coolkicks was that store. They had the celebrities coming through, this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? But at the same time, not surprised at all. Not surprised. I don't like how they did Bree. They used to work there, right? You know what I'm saying? I say that all the time. And I would love to get her thoughts on it, but some tell me she can't speak on it either. You know what I mean? Unless they pretty much, but she probably don't know nothing, but that don't mean if they was to take it to trial that they won't have her come, take the stand or what have you, right? You just never know. It says, that's all we know about this. That's all we know at this point, but Shams' booking record shows a court date of October 23rd, 2025. So potentially more will be revealed leading up to the appearance. We'll keep you updated as soon as more information becomes available. And it says this is the update, which is probably where I should have started because it clearly says update, but it's not like it jumps out there right at you. So we just did a little backstory real quick. It says, update, the LAPD has officially announced that what Shams has been charged with. And news release, the police department states that he was booked for receiving stolen property, that's in quotes, and they recovered $500,000 in stolen Nike goods. This includes over 2,100 pairs of sneakers and 150 cratons of clothing. So yeah, homie really was getting to it. You know what I'm saying? Over 2,000 pairs of sneakers, like 200K plus too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And this is just in. This is posted on Soul Retrievers. I'm assuming this is their X. Let me see if I can click this joint, kind of read it real quick, because this is probably Biggie size. Let me see if I can Biggie size it. There we go, right there. Let's see. It says $500 case and $500,000 in stolen Nike goods recovered by LAPD cargo theft unit. Los Angeles on Thursday, October 2nd. As you can see, the images at the bottom, that's definitely their warehouse location, this and the third. But it says, on Thursday, October 2nd, 2025, detectives from the Los Angeles Police Department Commercial Crime Division Cargo Theft Unit, in collaboration with the Union Pacific Railroad Police, Los Angeles Port Police, Los Angeles World Airport Police, and the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office Bureau of Investigation, served a search warrant in the 1700 block of Stewart Street in Santa Monica. It says, during the operation, detectives recovered an estimate of $500K worth of stolen train cargoes, including unreleased Nike shoes and clothing. The suspect, Adil Shams, 34 years old, of Los Angeles, was arrested at the scene. Shams owns Coolkicks as a popular... I thought he had multiple owners, but maybe he bought them out. Maybe they got out the business. Says Shams owns Coolkicks as a popular online store specializing in reselling limited edition sneakers and apparel. Detectives discovered over 2,100 pairs of stolen Nike shoes and 150 cartons of various Nike clothing inside the business. Shams was booked at the LAPD Metropolitan Detention Center for receiving stolen property. California Penal Code 496 under booking, and that's the number. Says this case underscores the importance of integrance. There's that word again. That's pretty much like a nice fancy way or longer way to say integrity, collaboration, and combating large-scale cargo theft and pursuing the integrity of the commercial supply chains. This investigation is ongoing and further arrests are expected. So definitely more cash from the be in handcuffs. Point blank period. You're hearing this right there, right out of the horse's mouth. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sound like the bad guy, but I mean, at the same time, dog, you had to, this is my thing. Stuff like this, how you figure you weren't going to get caught? You know what I'm saying? It says, but you get your inventory now. He says, but who gets the inventory? The thing is, that stuff is going to stay in police custody for a minute. And at one point, if Nike didn't want to come verify their shit and get it back, I'm pretty sure they'll just give it to them. Or wherever it was supposed to go, it'll just go there. It says, he's about to flip on the whatnot. Again, I don't think he can flip on the whatnot, because if I'm not mistaken, his whatnot, I don't know if it's back up, but I believe it has been suspended. I believe his whatnot has been suspended, which doesn't mean he can't just go under somebody else's name and sell the same shit. But same time, do people really want to be attached to that? Because at that point, if you're working with him, I hate to say it, dog, you're not going to be looked at in the best of light if you keep it real, you know? Says, would like to know where these items were stolen from and if they're authentic or counterfeits being sold by Coolkicks. I think it's authentic products. I just think that it's probably going to be that, obviously, you know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it 100. They don't probably got a Nike account to get legit product, or a Nike account to get this type of stuff that they want at the wholesale prices. So they're taking the different route, which comes with chances, point blank period. Let's see. There's not a effing way they got $500,000 over products and didn't know it wasn't stolen. That's a great question that Manny brought up towards the beginning of the live. A lot of people saying that. Y'all didn't know it was stolen? You know what I'm saying? Where the hell you thought it come from? Because my thing is, you ain't got no Nike account, and if Nike then was to see something like this, you already know they're going to have an issue and have questions. So there you go right there. It says maybe they can rebrand as Hot Kicks. Oh, wow. Somebody got jokes on them. You know what I'm saying? It says, holding strong and watching. So, there are some people that really support this. You know what I'm saying? Adele, part of a heist. He says he going to be selling Bob Barkers now. Wow. And they said, old news, old news. Again, everybody's kind of already put it out there. So, again, some of this is probably a little bit redundant, but I wouldn't be surprised. For receiving stolen goods, not selling fakes, as others are saying. So, you still got some people out here still trying to, protect the guys, and I'm not knocking that, right? But as you can see, that's the update on that joint. I think this is pretty much going to say the same thing, the $500K joint. This is obviously the guy from Coolkicks. that we seen a lot. You know, we got a legend in the building, we got a legend in the building. That was a saying he used to say all the time. But at the same time, dog, can we really be surprised? Now, if I'm not mistaken, this may be the video of when he actually got caught. Now, I don't think I played this on the last stream, but let me see if I can play it real quick. Fair use. I'm not sure if he has music playing in the background, but I think you can play this. Let me see. Yeah, this is his reaction.
Chat, what the fuck was that?
Wow. Fair use, everybody.
Oh, wait. Germ said don't do that.
What is that? Here? Chat, I don't know. What the fuck is happening? Did somebody swat us? I'll be back, chat.
Wow.
Is it really? Is it prank?
He completely clueless because clearly he don't know. You know what I'm saying? And these are the images right here. Dog, look at this. Crates and crates of shit. Like, does Nike even be having this stuff like this? You know what I'm saying? Just to keep it 100, like for real. Let's see. Long Beach says feds pulled up. Hell yeah, they did. They pulled up and they came to take, handle business. And anybody that was in that situation, y'all know it was a wrap. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep it 100. Says, why was he arrested? We kind of already know that part. Says he has responded with a release statement, which I'm not going to read that, kind of redundant. And then let's see what we got real quick on pretty much one of my other trusted sources. And then we'll get ready to wrap this joint up here and talk upcoming sneaker releases toward the end of the live, which we're coming up on like the last 5 minutes anyway. Again, not surprised by any of this. So pretty much the same thing. 500K of stolen Nike Trend cargo. Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Over 2,100 pairs of stolen sneakers. Homie gonna be, if he gonna crack. They're gonna crack big time. Let's see if we can play this news clip right here. I think I already played this before, but let me just see if this is something new real quick. See if we got this right here. Let me see. It's part of YouTube, so fair use.
Raided a popular sneaker shop, Coolkicks, LA, this week in Santa Monica, leading to the felony arrest of owner Adil Shams. Partially captured via live stream, the raid shocked the sneaker community and sparked questions about allegedly stolen merchandise.
KTLA's Chris Wolf is live in the Fairfax district with the...
I think we already watched this joint. We definitely already watched it, so I'm not going to play the joint. But, yeah, this is the one story I paid Saturday. So, again, I don't think there's no way. If he gets out of this, if he's smart, whatever deal's on the table, I hate to say it, he's going to have... With the good attorney, I feel like they're still going to have to negotiate a tremendous deal. And even if they don't, for him to get out, it ain't finna be cheap, dog. You know what I'm saying? We also got, and this is like feds, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't know too many people that can beat the feds. And then the people who have beat the feds, quote unquote, when it was all said and done, dog, they were hurting pretty bad. Case in point, we'll look at Diddy. He beat, and I hate to bring him up, but, it is what it is. He didn't beat them entirely. He beat the ones that it was going to carry a long sentence. He got a decent sentence, which I'm not a fan of. But my thing is, right, if you think about it, yeah, he didn't completely win either, and he's still spending money out the wazoo, I'm sure, on those attorneys because they're appealing it, this and a third. I guarantee you he's dropped millions, if not more, And he had 8, 9 attorneys, you know what I'm saying, working on that case. Do you think Coolkicks is going to have the same amount? And even still, they're going to have to battle the feds. They're going to have to do some serious explaining, especially if they don't take the thing. I wonder if he said anything to get bail. I would hope he just remains silent. If he's smart, that statement, I'm assuming, was written by an attorney, and he's probably trying to get to the bag to get his attorney money ready. You know what I'm saying? Everybody talk they got a good attorney, but you don't really know how good your attorney is until you actually in that position and he got to really represent you and hold you down. So again, I say all that to say, I take all that stuff with a grain of salt because I thought I had good attorneys too through my shit. And yeah, no disrespect to the guys that represented me, but I don't know. Now, in their end, they're probably gonna be like, yo, you came out good, you good, this and the third. Financially, dog, I'm telling you, yeah. So again, I know one thing, this is not about to be cheap and or free. And even if the guy do it for free or pro bono is what it's called, he's gonna be expecting something in, return. Now, this article, one thing it says, images shared by the police show seized sneakers including Air Jordan 4 Cave Stones and Air Max 95s. So he had a whole, he's getting updated shit too. This is a current thing. This isn't like he's pulling stuff like catching up from like Zeta Kicks and this and the third. He's getting stuff that obviously, and then if he's getting them I'm assuming he's getting them at a lower price too, Even if he is getting them at retail and you go to him and you go pay that extra $20, $40, $50, he's still winning, making money, Says in a statement posted on Instagram over the weekend, they acknowledged a small allotment of Nike sneakers that have been purchased in 48 hours prior to being seized. So they had already purchased. Now the question is, did they willingly know they were buying, stolen product? That's my thing. You don't ask your source where you're getting, where the hell you get these from? You know what I'm saying? That whole story is, with the more and more people they get locked up in that situation, the more and more that's gonna come to light, and more that's gonna get make it harder for the next guy. It says, in addition to having 2 Los Angeles retail locations and another in Las Vegas, I think the Las Vegas joint has been temporarily closed, but don't quote me on that. In fact, you know what? For shits and giggles, we're towards the end of live. I want to see, let me see. I'm just going to see if I can just Google Las Vegas Coolkicks and see if it's still there. If I'm not mistaken, I think they're done. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing, too. They were booming, but I don't know if it's still open, but don't quote me on that. I'm not putting, yeah, exactly. Here it is right here. Here's the proof. Here's the proof right here. Boom. Coolkicks, Las Vegas location, as you can see, Las Vegas Boulevard. It's permanently closed. And if you hit this, yeah, Coolkicks is permanently closed. If this is wrong, you can suggest an edit. But yeah, this is closed. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure these had great comments. But if you look at the lowest rating, you know what I'm saying? Very disappointing. It closed 2 days ago. Let's see. And this guy posted 2 months ago. They haven't updated the Google Maps yet. 1 star to make it visible. Says, really poor customer service. Was sad to hear it closed down. Which, yeah, we kind of read this before. Came in and from out of town and some shoes showed up at 8 p.m. Dude was in the purple dress, stopped vacuuming and let me know it had to hurry and look because they were closing soon. So, yeah, they didn't advertise the closement, but it just kind of got out there, right? So you got to keep that in mind too. And this is kind of an updated one that was posted Coolkicks arrest, everything you need to know. I think I had already covered that too, even though it's kind of been updated since then. But it's going to be more to this story for sure. I'm positive. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk upcoming sneaker releases and wrap this joint up here. So, because I think we got everything on the Coolkicks situation as we're going to get it. Again, everybody thinks it's stolen goods. We shall see. It says the stolen goods have often been transported to California to be sold in or listed by third parties on platforms such as StockX and Amazon. You know what I'm saying? So would those people have been better off shipping all that stuff through StockX or just getting that big upfront free or whatever they probably agreed on? Because I'm assuming they didn't give them to him for free, right? So let's talk a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases. This week, man, let me see what's up on the radar. I don't think we have too much going on, but let me check it out. Open up the sneakers app and see what's up. And then I know you guys already see my screen here already, but I haven't really opened the sneakers app in a minute. We do had those Air Force One mids that dropped today. That wasn't for me. This weekend, we do have those Air Max 95s like medium ash. They're coming Friday. So pretty much tomorrow's Thursday? No, tomorrow's Friday. We got to drop that joint. And then Saturday, we have the Air Jordan 5 medium soft pink that's supposed to drop Saturday. So not too much, not too bad. Then we also have this right here. Apparently from what I'm getting from it, these HBCUs are getting their own Nike Air Max 95 colorway. So we should be seeing more and more of these coming here. I don't hate these, but you see they got like a yellow and greenish joint. They got the one right here, red joint, orange joint. So it just makes sense. They're doing that type of theme of sneakers. And then also, I seen a Levi and Nigo, the Nike Air Max 3 collab. They're really pushing these Air Max 3s. My thing is this, even though they've been selling out, we don't know how many pairs they've been making. My thing is this, will it catch on though? The Air Jordan, what am I tripping? The Nike Air Force 3, will it catch on? That was a little bit of a tongue twister because me, man, I think the Air Force 1 is the better one. Air Force 2s I wasn't really impressed with. And these are the Air Force 3s, which doesn't feel right to say because I feel like they could have left it at Air Force 1s. Now, these do look fire, and they probably will sell out. But, I mean, will it go crazy enough where the demand where people will be wanting these more and more? But Nigo is also the guy, the person that was behind Bape at first, right? Okay, so it makes sense for him to be working over here with Nike if you ask me, man. So pretty much that's all we got. Pretty much I'm suspecting it to be a chill month as far as releases. I think the next big drop probably ain't coming until September. So I'm just trying to be in my bag and stack some chips this month for sure. Unless we get something wild or crazy because pretty much at the end of the month, man, it's pretty much holiday season. Because then it's at the end of the month, we start next month. It's going to be November and December. And guess what? The year's over with again, man. After like July, it seems like the year just passes on by, dog. You know what I'm saying? We can tell the season changed, but this is my favorite season time right now. But other than that, man, I've been on this joint for an hour and 1 minute. I think we covered everything we need to cover. Let me put myself back on the main screen, and then we'll get ready to wrap this joint up. Appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love as always. Definitely smash the like button, sub up to the channel if you're new and if you haven't done so already. Of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional try hauls, and y'all know we got Music Monday. I'll be back live again on Saturday with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast. Until then, smash that like button, sign up for the Sold Out Discord tonight. We pretty much did an update on the Coolkicks situation. Looks like we found out what it's really all about, but more to come on that. And looks like StockX has hired a new person to help with their pretty much integrity department, right? Okay, trying to get that authentication status back right, because they know when changing that verbiage, I would assume they know that hurt them, right? Okay, especially when you're getting sued by the top dog or majority of the sales or Nikes, right? So it only makes sense. But other than that, y'all smash that like button. I'll see you guys again on Saturday with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast. Appreciate everybody for coming through. Smash that like button, sub up, and yeah, I'm officially out this thing, man. Peace.
December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let a night know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's in purple now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's in purple now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December.